The Future of AI and Genetics by Brendan Steinhofer. I want to start this video off with an exercise. Imagine you're planning a family after college. AI scans your embryo's DNA to pick the healthiest one, or a newborn test flags a heart risk before you even leave the hospital. Sounds pretty cool, right? Now imagine how you'd feel if you later learned that the tests missed something, or falsely reported your baby positive for a disease it never had. All the while, genetic counselors are being put out of work, and media headlines scream, AI revolutionizes baby screenings. Seems like a pretty chaotic and stressful time. That could be the future of the genetics sector if we don't integrate AI with caution. Despite AI's integration into embryo selection and newborn genetic screening being broadly welcomed by geneticists for its ability to accelerate pattern detection in large datasets and enable earlier interventions, we need to move forward deliberately and carefully with implementation of these technologies. The growing concerns over ethical issues like bias in diverse populations and the displacement of human roles in diagnostics emphasizes the need for regulated, human-AI hybrid models to ease media-fueled hype and ensure equitable, job-preserving advancements. So why is the genetics field welcoming AI with open arms? AI is great with data, and that's what a lot of genetics is, massive data sets made up of billions of A's, T's, G's, and C's. Taken from projects like the UK Biobank, humans simply can't spot patterns fast enough. AI, on the other hand, it has the potential to be a game changer. From a 2024 Curious review by Mohamed Abdullah and team say AIs like AlphaFold predict protein issues from tiny DNA changes in seconds, not months. Super useful for picking embryos without genetic risks. In their genome medicine articles, Dias and Torkamani add that tools like Deep Variant nail variant detection with 99.9% accuracy, way better than old methods, letting us catch heart defects in newborns early. In S.K. Yadav's 2022 Biosciences article, Yadav says, AI crunches data 10 to 100 times faster for evolutionary patterns, helping embryo screenings for traits like immunity. And in the cardiovascular genetics article by many authors, we are shown that AI polygenic risk scores, or PRSs, predict baby heart risks 85% more accurately, beating family history by 25%. In the European Journal of Human Genetics, Menard calls AI a tool for scalable newborn diagnostics, boosting reliability 25% with smart validation. For us, this could mean earlier interventions, catching potential issues with our future children before they even become true problems, saving lives right from birth. But then there's things that make geneticists pump the brakes. There are real worries about moving too fast. Ethically, bias is a huge issue. Abdullah warns 80% of AI training data is Eurocentric, spiking error rates 20 to 30% for non-white newborns or embryos. Think wrong heart risk cause for diverse families. Dias and Torkamani say this misses 40% of African variants, risking unequal outcomes in embryo selection. Yadav calls it augmented inequality, with 25% higher errors in South Asian genomes. The cardiovascular genetics article agrees. PRS underperforms by 15 to 20% on non-Europeans, raising fairness flags for global newborn programs. Menard points out that there is no FDA-approved AI tools yet because of these biases and privacy risks, like data breaches and embryo testing. At the same time, there's the issue of employment. AI automates 70% of annotations, 60% of interpretations, and routine sequencing, potentially cutting genetic counselor roles to 30 to 50%. Menard also mentions black boxes, which are spots where AI gives no work to show how they reach their conclusion, which can cause uncertainty and erode human expertise. With all this going on, the media is no help. It fuels the hype. Dias critiques hype cycles, ignoring biases. Yadav slams sensationalism of CRISPR AI. Menard brings up inflated expectations from AlphaFold coverage. The cardiovascular genetics article notes headlines downplaying validation needs. So, the counterargument, AI's rush could create biased, job-killing tech that media overhypes, making inequalities worse instead of better. All of these concerns are valid and exactly why integration must be slow and tactful. The sources show the genetics field is pushing for careful, deliberate steps. Regulated human-AI hybrids that preserve jobs and equity, toning down media hype. I think that Menard's 5 rules are the blueprint. 1. Start with diverse data to cut bias 20 to 30%. 2. Use K-fold validation for 25% better reliability in newborn screenings. 3. Demand confusion matrices to spot false positives in embryos. 4. Ensure explainability and cut out black boxes so counselors stay involved. And 5. Monitor post-launch to adapt. Menard adds his recommendation for the 2021 FDA guidelines for genetics, where hybrids are the requirement and humans oversee AI. When it comes to the media, Menard urges reporters to highlight the gated multilayer perceptron, or GMLP, a type of machine learning model used in genetics for nuanced coverage. Dias calls for tempered reporting to avoid fear. Together, they push for regulated hybrids, where AI speeds things up while humans handle the part that AI struggles with, the ethics. Researching this as a freshman in college really interested me. We're the bio majors, pre-meds, and future parents who will deal with AI screened babies. By the time we graduate, embryo AI screenings may very well be routine, but we can have an impact on its implementation. By demanding hybrid AI-human models, we can save jobs for our careers and ensure equity for all families. We need to push careful rules now. So yeah, AI in embryo newborn genetics is definitely welcomed for its speed, but let's implement it carefully. A world with AI is one with ethical biases and job losses, but regulated hybrids ease the transition and make it more equitable. Thank you for watching.